Oh, video. Hi. You there? Yeah.
Yeah, hi.
Hey,
Can I just sit with you?
with pleasure. Pleasure.
And I just rest with you.
Just fun. What is resting with what? Or who is resting with who? To really take a moment to that. Just
So there is only this, which is as rest, that's clear. But the body is so loud. The nervous system so nervous and
at this moment.
also but it's getting better with you. Yeah, yeah.
With resting, actually. It's
Yes,
with
I
resting.
know.
Yeah.
I know. So nothing else to do then.
No. Yeah, it's not, and that resting is really not a doing. It's it's resting. It's not to, Andrea. And then afterwards yours. So Andrea first. Hey.
Hey.
Jörg.
Hi, beloved.
Hi, Jörg. Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Mm, I really love to rest with you, but today I'm interested in an inquiry.
Okay.
It's about the balancing between activity and passivity, or to speak it more in a positive way, between resting and creativity and creating. And I can observe for me personally, but also for our collective field, there's a tendency to passivity when it's related to trauma. So when trauma is triggered, we're tending to passivity, and and even fight is a sort of passivity from my perception. And so the world we are living right now is very much dominated by, let's say, shock and awe communication and in all sorts of media, public information, which triggers trauma a lot. And at the other hand, I really love to rest, but it's
yeah.
it's a sort um, it's a sort of passivity as well. And my question is, I remember this story of Papaji where Ramana asked him to rescue his family from Pakistan. So, and I know this experiences from my life very well, where I got this strong impulses or invitations to get into action. But it seems in the past years, I'm very much lost in this passivity and chaos. And I'm really interested how to what's the right balance. And it's really interesting that you're wearing this Bansky shirt today, which is really relevant to my question. So,
Yeah, let's just explore something in the context of this question.
mhm,
So we've grown up from the perspective that we are the doer. And yet, when we examine deeply, it's like doing happens, or things happen. So, you spoke of it as an impulse coming through, and then action happening. So that impulse, where does that come from? And then what determines whether that impulse is listened to or not? It's like, because to me, when I explore, like there's a sense of doing. But when I look deeper, doing is happening. And there's no doer, I could say it like that. That's so whether trauma is kind of in the way of getting clear signals and responding to them. But even that, I don't think is up to us. So as far as I can see, we all carry trauma from generations back.
yes.
And there's a passivity that isn't really keeping quiet, but when there's a true keeping quiet, to me, it seems like there's a fineness that starts to discern and see what's trauma and not get caught, not get sidetracked by it. So it seems to me it's useful to recognize a trauma response and also because for many people there's no awareness of that at all. It all seems like them, and there's no capacity to make any distinctions whatsoever. But somehow in this love affair, like it opens into a sense of that there is no separation. There never has been. It's like, and this intelligence that's spinning every atom, dancing the dance, you could say, is doing everything, even giving this appearance of that we have doership. So I don't know if that's useful for you from where you're looking, but I think it hits the nail, it hits the bullseye because
So I fully agree what you're
yeah,
saying.
yeah,
And at the same time, I'm uncertain in a way if
yeah.
it's um, if the existence asks me to really rest all the time,
Mhm.
or if I'm missing
Mhm.
these impulses um, in a way.
I get it. So there's that uncertainty right at this moment, yeah? You never asked for it. It came by itself.
Mhm.
So it's what is uncertainty? There's just like in this moment, there's some sense of not knowing, I would say, but a discomfort of it. Like it's
Mm.
gone in the direction of doubt, but somewhere, and then the solution is to want to know. But all you truly know is that you are. That doubt, that movement that's showing up at this moment is coming to be seen or explored. And for me, I call it doubt, and doubt, my my knowing is that it appears in almost everybody that has this interest. That somehow doubt shows up, and it's like it's trying to help us. And I've never found that entertaining it has been useful here. It's just like because the fact that I am there is no doubt. Doubt belongs to a me, you could say like that. And it's part of that structure of the me. So as it's visited in this journey, it's like it's shown me that it's just a movement that is trying to help. And it's a thought, basically. It's just a thought feeling combination that's trying to keep us on the right track, so to speak. And at the deepest, I don't have a clue what's going on. I don't know anything, and I'm happy, it's like somehow what's going to happen is going to happen. What the impulses that come, most of the time they get listened to. If they don't get listened to, there's usually some kind of a consequence. But I can't decide to listen to all the impulses because that's not within my control. I can see it. It's just like something is either quiet enough and it listens, or something doesn't listen, you could say.
Mm. Yeah, that what what happens is that this could lead into, let's say, severe situations personally.
Yeah,
And also for human mankind, we are in a situation right now where we are just looking, staring at what's happening on the stage,
yeah,
and but we are by doing nothing, in a way, we are allowing what's happening.
You see, I mean,
Probably that's not true from a higher perspective,
yeah,
but this is what's arguing in me.
yeah, in you, yeah, I understand that. Yeah. You know, it really seems to me that life is happening. It's like we have no idea the mind of the great infinite. And it's like being a little boat on an ocean and being the ocean simultaneously. And so, from the perspective of the little boat, if a wave comes, you see if there's a way round it, through it, or how best to navigate it. And somehow we find ourselves like that. At the moment, there's such huge waves. I mean, we can say, look, yes, to me, it's like to be peace at this point, just absolutely to rest as peace, not to ignore what's going on, not to take a position, nothing, none of that. It's just like so deeply interested in this moment, in being love and peace now, as I would say, as the pinnacle of what's possible as an expression. Because I know that has, from my perspective, that has the greatest influence on everything that's going on. It's like, it's there's people that believe in Armageddon and that are trying to make Armageddon happen, and at whatever cost, because that's when the second coming happens. There's so many different flavors that are going on the planet right now. Who knows what the hell it's all about? I honestly, I just see, I think I'm here and I'm just interested in this moment, being peace itself, being love itself. And then however that wants to express in the world. Might be sitting quietly with some other person that's troubled, might be giving food to someone that's hungry. Who knows? I don't know. Playing a song for someone that's struggling. Just giving a session to someone. It's just, there's no right way or wrong way. It's just, I trust that just that resting, when I say resting, with being. Because for me, when doubt gets entertained, somehow we're not clear anymore. We're disturbed, actually. So even though it's trying to help, I don't see that it does.
Mm.
Yeah. And just sit with that. I mean, you don't have to believe anything I say. Just feel what resonates in your unknown. That's it. Thanks, you.
Thank you.
Susan.
Hello, Isaac.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, so regarding to what Jörg asked you, there is what he comes up here is oftentimes now that I have to make a decision. I think it's somehow also related, and there's so much confusion and the mind starts to run and tries to help. And reacts on or creates very unpleasant sensations in the
It's
body.
it is so amazing, and it's like just living your life, and suddenly this idea that we have to make a decision. In my case, like somehow on Friday I'm going to find out about my heart, and then there's different options, and somehow I feel at ease. Somehow whatever's going to happen is going to happen, and it's like it, it doesn't do any good to be freaked out and trying to figure it out, as far as I can see, ever.
Yeah.
Even when it's kind of life and death in a way, it's just like, okay. Or I don't think it's actually life and death for me. I think it's more how much discomfort there is in recovering. But still, it's just we here. And yes, the world is crazy with severe repercussions for most of the world. And in some sense, I mean, to me, it seems the more people that are in the country are in a slightly better position, maybe. It's like I wouldn't want to be living in Israel right now. That's clear.
Poor. No.
Yeah. So.
Oh, yeah, and what is noticed here that the mind is running and tries. And there's somehow it feels like there is such an importance to it to find solutions, and in the end, it was just nothing. It was just not helpful at all.
Yeah.
And then it just like the decision somehow meeting, not I meet this decision somehow on the way there it is. But it feels so.
So in one way you could speak it, there's old habits.
Yeah.
And then starting to discern, starting to see, look, actually that habit, if it's entertained at all, it brings discomfort and disease. And so then not interested.
And it tells it's life-threatening if I don't follow that path.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's also a big old habit to beat me up for anything. If I do it, if I don't, either way.
Yeah. So it's good that it's revealing, and then you just see it for what it is. It's not about changing anything or fixing. It's just seeing clearly. Those old habits, they try and help, they don't. That's it.
And on this side, there's really a lot of gratefulness for
Yes. Gratefulness.
having met you, being able to be with you again and again and again. Thank you, Isaac.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, the gratefulness is beautiful because it feels good and it brings us to
Yeah.
Peacefulness. Come on. Hi.
Hello, Isaac. We're discussing very interesting topic today, and I want to ask about doubt. Just recently, I had a situation where I had this idea that I want to go to one coffee shop where they have very good cinnamon rolls. And so I think, okay, I go there. And then instantly I have this doubt. Maybe not there today, maybe don't go. And then I have another bunch of thoughts thinking, oh, I'm just procrastinating. I should go. And so I went there just to find out that they had no electricity, so I couldn't get what I want. And so I had many situations like this. And my question is, when there is doubt, is there a way to distinguish doubt which comes as information? Maybe it's not coming as clear signal. I don't know how to interpret this information. But in that case, it was just like intuition, don't go there. But also it could be trauma response, procrastination. Like, for example, you feel like to go into the gym and then, no, don't go, you will get tired, something like this. How do I distinguish these two?
It seems, to me, it just seems like the quieter we are, the easier it is to listen. It's like, so you had the intuition and then that didn't get listened to. So then you went there and then you saw actually that wasn't a doubt, it was just intuition. So now you have information that you can start to distinguish. That's intuition. But somehow then thinking took it, and maybe it's procrastination, or it didn't listen anymore. It wasn't listening just to the clear signals. So it seems to me that as life has lived itself, there's been times when there hasn't been listening to the signals, and then there's a learning. Okay, that actually was it was a very quiet voice, and something jumped over. Okay, cool. And so I'm finding more and more these days that there's a listening when something comes. It's trusted. It's thank you. It's just like that. So my sense is, we've trusted our thinking, which is a very, in a way, coarse instrument that's not accurate. And that little intuition that comes, that's much more accurate if we learn to listen to it. But how do you learn to listen to it? It's like, okay, I guess. You see, to me, it's like that, the story I said, like when babies learn to walk, they fall down, and that's how they learn. It's not wrong, not bad, it's just part of the learning process. So, yeah, there was an impulse to go and get a cinnamon roll, and then intuition, no. And then doubt came, actually.
So would you say that intuition is actually there is no clear thought because I didn't know why? And doubt comes as a thought, oh, you're procrastinating, you're being lazy today.
Yeah. And
Okay.
somehow there was a listening to that rather than to the intuition. And so the cost was you went there and you learned something. No big deal.
So tricky.
Yeah.
And also I wanted to ask, like the thing you were speaking about with the previous person, like when there is impulse, this impulse comes to do something and something chooses to respond to it or not to respond. What is it that chooses? Is it the I, or how does this choice happen?
Again, to me, it just seems like it's what we call that intuition. You know, that story with Papaji where his parents were in what was to become Pakistan. I'm 100% sure that he was thinking about it and what could he do. But you know, it was like on his radar, and somehow he didn't have the confidence to really listen to it. And Raman was saying, you know, and then he made up a story. Okay, they're not my family. This is my family. And so, you know, then Ramana just said no. You know, and so then he was back in touch with so yeah, I could say he's unknowing, but somehow going through the filter that was wrong or something. But ultimately there's no one. There's just this. I mean, it's easy to project it out onto me, onto Ramana, onto anyone, but there's no separation. There never has been, there never will be.
So this idea of co-creator, being co-creator of life, which is circulating in the informational field today, is it like
that keeps the idea that there's a you alive, and that gets in the way. That cliche that'll bring doubt.
yeah, I was thinking that maybe what people
So look, in this moment, what I call resting, okay, just not entertaining thought, just recognizing this awareness that's here, just really going deep with this. Who am I? What is this? What is it that is aware of thinking, of seeing the universe? I knew that already, yeah. Just getting, I would say, getting in touch with it. And, you know, rattling around trying to ask questions using the mind can never point us to this. Always going to be
Thank you, Isaac. Good luck on Friday. I hope you have to go through the least open procedure.
thank you. Yeah. Ah, Anya. I knew your picture disappeared from me, and there you're back.
I pressed the wrong button.
No worries.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
It's amazing to feel that it's really a matter of the attention, totally. Because right now, when I hear all this and feel into the piece and put the attention on the actual piece that I am and that everything is, it feels like it's like also this planet or the whole universe and everything is like 100% peace.
Mhm.
And the movements, even the movements that are happening now, are only 10% unrest somehow.
Mm.
But the attention is so much on those movements that they seem to get up to 100%. And of course, if you live in Israel or somewhere, then it's like right in your face, it's in the system, and there will be a movement to leave probably. But just to see at this moment that, I mean, ultimately, the sun, the trees, the birds, the planet, the earth, all this, that's just everything is in peace when there's no thought. And there's a vibration also if there's no thought, if there is no thought. But to me, it's such a gift to actually see that there's always 100% peace. It's not even about levels, that if you go on one level, there is peace, on the other level, there's no peace. I mean, I have the luck that I live like somewhere where I see the storks are nesting now, and the spring is opening the beauty of flowers. And just to put the attention on that, there's like so much compassion for everything that's experienced maybe as war or hatred or pain. But then it's also mostly about the physical dying, actually, where all the thoughts are crowding around. First of all, the own physical, own sort of felt as own physical condition is kind of the strongest impulse to attract attention. But then the world situation is then the second strongest, perhaps. But in a way, it's small compared to the vastness of the peace that is
And
all
really,
the only thing.
that the deep recognition that that peace is not dependent on any external
Yeah,
circumstance
it
ever.
is 100%. It is the 100% unscratched,
Mm.
untouched. And even the expression of it, as I see it in the trees and in the birds and in the everything, it's also totally peace. Everything that's just doing its thing, sort of doing its thing, which is the highest intelligence that's actually doing it. And part of it is that this apparent duality or polarity is expressing as what's going on in the world now. But it's tiny actually to me to see it from the space of everything, the whole or something. And yet, I mean, I'm the first person to get really triggered if there's only like like if I only had a tooth to pull or something. So I'm not saying that the nervous system is not really reacting at the moment. It is, but it's almost like sweet also when it's seen from the entire, call it universe, but it's like this that we cannot describe actually. I mean, it's just, I just wanted to express this because it really touched that truth in me that no matter what reacts and what we think, that is just, there's just beauty and love and movements that kind of tickle something. Ultimately, it's in the middle of all sensations. Yeah, so I just wanted to say that. And I'm also thinking about you on Friday and knowing that all is well, ultimately, always.
And it is.
It is, yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Two. Hey.
Hi, Isaac. There's I know a few sages have said, not always in the same way, but that I am how's it go? That the body is in you, you're not in the body. And I know my mind can't understand that, but there's something.
So in this moment, this experience, where's that experience happening? Big question. Where is it happening?
It seems to be I was going to say this, like the subtlety of thought that feels like it's on the inside, and the experience of the room and sitting in front of you on the outside.
Yeah, so both inside and outside are experiences appearing in this moment. And the question is where is it appearing? Where is inside and outside right now? Usually we're referring to the sense of body when we say inside and outside. But even the body itself is an experience in this moment, appearing in awareness. And where? Yeah, that's it. The experience of the personality, the sense of I, all of that is appearing. Yeah.
The body getting very hot. Without trying to use any kind of memory to label anything, it's just here.
Just here. Yeah. So there's a whole tapestry of experience right now, like a 3D holographic time, space, matter, energy, everything, all appearing here in awareness. And what's actually appearing is changing every instant. And awareness, we can't say what it is or where it is, except here. And here is everywhere and nowhere. Yeah, it's like weird.
It seems to be clearer if there's no attempt to describe anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And recognizing we can't actually describe much, we can.
Question, who am I?
We can say everything, and we can't say what everything is, and we can say nothing. Not a thing, no. Thoughts come and go, feelings come and go, everything just comes and goes.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So too.
Hello, beloved.
Oh, so too. Okay.
Yeah, Isaac. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Isaac.
Hi, Hans.
The more everything is received, as a beautiful dance, actually, exploring is not needed so much. And there is no time, there is no death, actually. There is no death, there is no life. So exploring is not necessary. It's just... it's endless dance. Yes. Yeah, definitely. There is no time. Eh?
No time.
I wish you good luck,
Yeah,
Friday.
yeah. Feel like I'm well taken care of by the universe.
Sure. See you.
Lawrence. Hey.
Hello, Isaac.
Mm.
When just Hans was speaking just now, in an instant, it was clear that he was awareness. Directly, I know it's but directly for an instant, it was, yeah. Mm.
Yeah. Oops. Somehow.
Hello.
Jean.
Hey.
Jean, just wave your hand a second.
1 second.
Ah, great. Great.
Can I say
just
with you for a second?
pinning you in the picture disappeared.
Oh.
How do you say your name? Do you say Jean or Jeannie?
Jeanne.
Jeanne. Okay,
Yeah, I'm from
good.
Germany, so.
Okay. Hi, Jeanne.
Hey, Jeanne. Hello.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Can I sit with you for a second?
Of course. Yeah.
Thank you.
Greetings. Just very simply, as we rest in here, sitting here together, just answering the question, who are you? Speaking directly from your, nothing you've read, nothing you've heard, just simply in this moment, yeah, just who are you? And speaking from your own knowing, your own. Maybe you can put in words, maybe you can't.
Space.
Peace itself. Peace itself. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of space and peace, calmness.
Yeah.
I can feel my body. There are no thoughts already.
Yeah. And then the tricky question, what do you have to do to be this?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, there are always thoughts that I have to stop identifying with my thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just expressing itself.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Very.
Hello, Isaac. I would just like to sit with you for a second.
With pleasure. When we rest like this, do thoughts speed up, slow down, or stop?
Slow down quite a bit.
Slow down quite.
Fewer and far in between.
Yeah. And it's okay not to think. Life goes on quite happily without thinking. Just for fun. Taking a moment in your own knowing, in your own experiencing, who are you? Not that you're thinking, just here now, you're here. Who you are, you already are. So it's not a question of getting anywhere or it's just speaking authentically. Okay, what is this that you are? Maybe you can put in words, maybe not. It's not easy, but anyway. Thoughts come and go, so obviously they're not who you are. Feelings come and go, experiences come and go. What's deeper than all of that?
I don't know what that is, but I know that I'm not who I think I am.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Whatever that is, that's who you are. Yeah. I'm just resting as that, then there's no problems. Anyway.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, which is more valuable, to have $1 billion or to know that, be able to know that which you are?
Yeah, I think to know what you really are. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what Popsy called the diamond, yeah, to know that. Great, Jerry. Mustafa, I Hey.
Hello, Isaac. Just sit with you for a moment. Okay. Our best wishes with you.
Bas, thank you for hosting. Thank you all for being here. Love, peace, beauty.